taking on a team from Conference USA, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bulls will boot it away to start the game. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. South Alabama Jaguars will take over first and 10. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now rolling to the left. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Going with the ground game left. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Setting up for a first and 10 from the 26. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Hands it off. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
Let it bust for a long one. Now, third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Wants to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Logan. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
Really nice play call there, because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. And
he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, USF. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of block.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
This guy just gives you nightmares. He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Great move there. And he's running in the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
He's back to throw on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
And the Bulls will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Starting to feel a little pressure. Firing to the right, complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Number 13, on to kick it away. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Alabama 7, South Florida 6.
The Jaguars will call on their punt team. He'll bring it back. It's Hart. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
He turns it loose to the left. He makes the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
To the air, it's Marshall. Throwing right. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest. And you can tell, just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Defense in press coverage. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Now on second down after the incompletion. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Third down coming up.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. through the air. It's Marshall. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. He's looking to throw it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it in the middle, it's Dickey. Tight coverage there, did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Pressure coming. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown Bulls! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 19 over the Sharks. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And here's the third interception of the night. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Looking to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Dickey. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Forced out of the pocket. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
On second down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, I love the idea on offense here. Let's go to the quick passing game, right? Let's get it in and out of the hands of our quarterback quickly. Got to make sure you're throwing completions.
They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls.
Number 32 with the carry.
Here comes the 2-point try. They're working that left side. They knock him down at the 2, and what a return to put it right on the doorstep. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. He lets it fly. And it's his 4th interception of the game. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.
Number 13 on the field goal.
And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll call for the fair catch here. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Finds his man, it's Logan. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in his hands.
Now the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're going to throw it again. Coming after him. He's going for the big play. Picked off. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Feeling some heat. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come up. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got it burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it's Marshall. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
South Florida, 19. South Alabama, 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jaguars! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Alabama. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
Throws for the tight end. Incomplete on the two-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a one-point lead.
20, South Florida, 19.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the tight end. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusive.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Got it in the middle, it's Dickey. Pulled down for the tackle.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get away. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Working that left side now. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Touchdown, South Florida. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. To throw, it's Marshall. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls' offense will return to the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The official says no good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5.
South Florida, 25. South Alabama, 23.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season.